Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live, 21 May 2025. We're going to talk about the Northern Big Bass Tournament tonight. It is out in full swing. Got a lot of people entered, and we've got quite a few bass turned in already for this tournament. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for people to populate in. Hey, buddy, Gary, how are you? Great video tonight. Gary got third place in the tournament last week, this last weekend. Hey, Marty, fishing partner. Me and Marty slayed some bass. I think Marty caught way more fish than me on Sunday afternoon. He got a 5-pounder. Russell, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Biggest smile and bass fishing right there. Russell at RWA Fishing. Hey, Russell Gardner, I know what you're here to see. Want to see this update? We'll do it a couple times. Just give it a little bit of time for people to come in. Robert Martinez, slow and steady. Robert turns in a bass, and then he turns in another bass, and they get bigger every time. He's on it. He's going to slowly climb the leaderboard. I think that's your plan, right, Robert? Hey, Kenneth, I got your bass 3 times. It's on there. Hey, Mo Frazier, thanks for stopping in. We'll get to the update. We're just going to give it a little bit of time. So I have, since the leg has healed up, I've been fishing about 3 or 4 times. I'll get some good content coming out for you guys. Like I said, me and Marty from Ripping Lips with Marty Lawson here went Sunday night, and we fished from 4 to 8, and I think we caught over 40 bass. That's a pretty good night of fishing. Now, I'm going to be up front with you. I think Marty caught more than me, and then he flat out caught the biggest bass. Hey, DG Outdoors, thanks for stopping in. I hear you, Keith, and I actually usually send a recorded, like nice fish recorded, and I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't send you one. I looked back, I was like, why is he saying it? And I was like, I forgot to tell him I recorded it, but it is recorded. James, old James, cranking and yanking. Good friend from Louisiana. Gotta go watch you some cranking and yanking. I didn't watch your latest video, but I seen the thumbnail and it looks pretty funny. So I'm waiting to go take a peek at it. James, I've been trying to keep up. Marty said it was a great time. Yeah, we had a good time. When you catch 40 plus bass in a few hours, it is a good time. And what was fun about it is I was pointing it out. I was like, Marty, there's a bass over there. And almost every time I say there's a bass over there, he's like already setting the hook on it. It was entertaining. We'll get that episode out probably in a couple of weeks. I got some others in front of that where we did. The next one will be about my next content, which will probably be next week. We will have a live next week. I'll be doing it from California. I go to California next week, but I'll be doing it from San Diego. But I'll put out some content and we will have a live. So the next content will be, I had a really good day of fishing, and I started out going, how many bass can I catch in an hour? I won't spoil it, but I did real well. So that's the next video content that I'm putting out. Oh, good old buddy was there. I had to do some muting on the edit. He is not Kenrick. Yeah, I hear you. You know, I try to keep everything clean, but every once in a while I might slip up with a bad word, but I try not to. Usually it's if I miss a big one. And last night I was out fishing. I hooked a bass. I caught a real big one. I caught one well over 6 last night, but I hooked a bass last night. I set the hook, drag goes off, and I'm like, this is a monster. And he made one turn, snapped my line. I just retied. Is a big bass. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Nora and Abel Miller here. I think you're going to see some fish. I think you're going to see your name on the leaderboard here in just a minute. Hey, Scott Pace, we're doing great. Thanks for stopping in here from good old Alabama. We'll make sure we get you in the 5 bass draw this summer. And Marty's like, I was the sniper, Shane was the spotter. That's what it was. It was a lot like that. Yeah, Russell, that big bass, especially when you get broke off. And the worst part about it is I didn't get to see it, right? Like, matter of fact, almost in the same exact spot last summer is where I hooked the biggest bass in that lake I ever hooked. I seen that. He broke off right in front of the net when I was trying to net him. This one, I didn't, he just gone. So, all right. So let's go ahead and reveal. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to put the order. This is the order of folks from 1 to X, 1 to 20, top 20. This is the top 20. I'm not going to show the links tonight. We're going to do that next week. I'll show the links next week. You know how big your bass is. You just know how big your bass is and where you're at. And I can tell you there's not a lot of spread between everybody. Maybe down at the bottom it's a little bit more. But at the top, it's pretty tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show the standings without the links. Does that sound good? So here we go. Let me share this out. We will share the screen. And we want to share. Uh-oh. What happened here? I have, all right, cancel. All right, there we go. Now we can share the screen. Let me. Here we go. Here is the top 20. There we go. Oh, I forgot to hide it. Well, the links are in there. There you go. Sorry, folks. I forgot to hide it. Man. That's where we stand as of right now today. So John Holloman, Russell Gardner, Kenneth Newstead. Kenneth, I didn't think you were at 21. You told me it's 21. I got you at 20.75. Nora Miller. Look at that. Young Nora Miller is right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. She's in the money. That's where we stand as of today. Top 20. Top 20. 568. That was a nice bass from Robert Moss. 511. So there's our standings. I'll show it again here in just a minute. I wanted to hide that. I forgot about. Yeah. I hear you, James. I think me and you are from kind of the same cloth. I see what's dangling down from your mirror when you're driving. So, Russell, you got plenty of time to catch a big one. I don't think Bogley's in this one. He didn't sign up for this one, James. So you're going to catch a Sal or Soul. I know. I think you meant Sal. Look, we're only halfway through this tournament. This tournament usually is won on that last weekend. So make sure you keep on fishing. Don't be discouraged if you see one. I've never caught one that's 21 inches. No, you can catch it. It's out there. You just got to go. So, all right. Gary, you said, I used my Omnia code, about a $200 boat scale for 160. Also got my pro dollars off 16 for my next purchase. That's a great lead in, Gary. Let's talk about Omnia Fishing, our sponsor. Right now, they're giving you double points back if you're Omnia Pro member. So it started today, Gary, so you missed out on a better deal. Make sure you use my discount code for 15% off. And if you're a pro member, you usually get 10% back. They're giving you 20% back over Memorial Day. So for all your tackles, scales, like Gary bought a $200 scale, saving $40. That's a great deal. So make sure you use that discount code. And here's another one of our sponsors. And I'm going to talk about, I got a new sponsor, but we're going to talk about a sponsor we've had for about a month or so, Fins Outdoors. Great. I don't have a shirt on, but typically you'll notice in my new videos, I'll be wearing Fins apparel. Stuff is very, very comfortable. So comfortable. Sun shirts are soft. They're not feel like they're acrylic, and they're made from recycled material. Right now, this weekend, they got a big sale going on. And you can get 15% off on top of that sale with discount code SFO25. Just like at Omni, I have the same discount code at Finn's Outdoors. Small company, 3 friends started this company. They're great apparel. I enjoy it. And go over and take a peek at Finn's Outdoors. It's right going across the bottom on the scrolling there. So I'm going to catch up here. Got to catch more than number 17. Yeah, hey, it's a start. It's like I talk about, I talk about Robert Martinez. Slow and steady wins the race. He sent me a 12, a 13, a 14, a 15.5. Oh, well, you got to get them in. You got to get them on that board before they count, right? You got to get them on the board before they count. So, yep, they got good deals going on right now. They're at Omnia. Again, check out the Finn's Outdoors too. If you guys like sun shirts, hats, things of that nature, and the prices are amazing. AFCO sun shirts $50. It's $20, $27, and with the discount code, we're talking close to $20 for a good shirt. So I'm going to put up this thing again, but I'm going to talk about. You guys have probably seen this company advertised on social media, and I've watched them for a year. And while my leg was broken, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try one of these rods. And I tried it out. It's supposed to be the most sensitive rod on the market and one of the lightest, and it is the lightest. And you can cast it further. So I got the rod and I used it, and I was amazed. I was amazed. And I've been fishing for 50 years. I think this is the most sensitive rod I've ever used, and no doubt the lightest. And it does cast extremely well. And that's Trika. I don't know if you've seen these advertised. They do now have 3 lines of rods. The first lines of rods that came out were over $300. Now they have one that's right under $200, and then they have a 3 right under 300 and one that's 400. That line just came out, the 10X, the 3X, the 6X, and the 10X. Yeah, Marty's seen it. Marty watched it in action. He was on the boat with me, and I was like, I can't believe I'm feeling a fish breathe on this bait. So if you're interested, I don't have a product code for them yet. I have to wait 90 days to do typical things that the sponsors ask you to do. But yeah, amazing rods. But I will get a product code for you guys, and when the time is right, and get you some savings on those rods. But they're amazing. I've fished with $500 rods before. They don't hold a candle to this. So try if you're interested, try them out. I'm not saying they're gonna make you catch more fish. I'm just gonna tell you they're much more sensitive than most. And Marty grabbed that pole and goes, "Holy cow, that rod is so light." So bait caster and spinning, both sides. I couldn't believe how light the rods were. So, oh, waters are colder than just bedding. It keeps warm up. So yeah, you're in New York, Kenneth. So you're getting in where the big girls are getting on the bed. So, and you got to get out there. What is James? I miss James. 50 years. Why isn't your hair as gray as mine? Maybe my 8 grandkids played a part in that. Well, I got 6 grandkids, James, not 8. So you got 2 ahead of me. So I'll tell you what, the hair is turning gray pretty quick, but that's the way it is. And no, Gary, you damn well know, pardon my French, I don't dye my hair. Can you make the weather any better? No, I can't, Mo. That's the man upstairs controls the weather. Hey there, John from Cranking and Yanking. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you coming in here. I noticed that you have a new video out today. I haven't got a chance to catch it, but I will. I will. I always get a kick out of every video. I'm tapping my foot, going, man, John has got the music down, and they're catching fish. Speaking of pretty people. Oh, yeah, 8 as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like we're about halfway through the half hour here. Does did anyone think they turned into fish? And I'm going to throw up the screen again. If you're new to these tournaments, I'm human. I'll admit my mistakes. I double, triple check before we finalize everything. But if you think you turned in a fish that was bigger than what was there and I didn't count it, send me an email, right? I make sure we get this right before we finalize everything. So I'm going to throw this up one more time in just a few minutes to show the standings. But again, if I miss something, then let me know. I will resend an email. I had somebody tell me they hadn't received their code, and I went back and sent it 3 times just to make sure they had their code. When does the 5 bass draw start? It starts the 28th of June. That's when we're going to start that one. You'll see some more info on that coming out. We'll talk more about that in the coming weeks, but the big summer tournament will start the 28th of June, and I think it goes through the 11th of August. Don't quote me on the dates, but yes, it will start. It starts the 28th of June, the 5 bass draw. So everybody, there's no division in that. Everybody across the whole United States fishes in that, so there's no north-south. So everybody can join that. If you fished I typically just sign everybody up, unless someone says, I don't want to fish that. Mo, you're asking, I was going to ask that question. When is the 5 bass draw? I hope that's the question you want. Oh, you got new braid? Bass Addiction has new braid. What color is it, John? I thought you were a Power Pro to the hilt on braid. And if you ever go down to fish with John and Lindy, and I highly recommend it. Love going down there and fishing with them. I mean, sometimes we just get under the blue tarp and tell stories. I mean, when the rain comes, that's what we do down there. But highly recommend. But you got to have braid. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to have braid on your rods. And if you don't want to take your rods down, John and Lydia have rods that you can use. No Power Pro anymore. Black, no fade. Okay. Okay, I'll check out the video. I'll check that out. A lot of folks up here do braid to monofilament or mono or fluorocarbon. I use straight fluoro. I don't like to retie. I don't like to tie the FG knot. I mean, fluoro is a pretty good line, and I do fish super crystal clear water. You can usually see 10 to 12 feet in 2 of the lakes that I fish in. So I didn't know. James, you saying it might have been around for a while. It may have been. I'm not sure. Fins. Gary's like, Fins makes black no fade also. All right. So real quick, let's go ahead and throw this spreadsheet up again to let everybody that's in the Northern Tournament see the standings. Again, we got a lot of time left. Lot of time left for someone to pull ahead or catch a big bass. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to share the spreadsheet. And here we go. John Holloman. I don't have his state, but I know he's in the north. Russell Gardner, a very familiar name, and Russell's on here tonight. And so is Kenneth Newstead. And Nora Miller. She is sitting in 5th place. Remember, we pay out 5 places. 5 places. And you also know the person that is an Omnia Pro member, the top ranked Omnia Pro member gets an extra $300. And I know Russell is an Omnia Pro member. So right now, I'm not sure about John Holloman. but I know Russell's an Omnia Pro member. That would be an extra $300 for him if he was the top placing member. So it's 250, 150, so that'd be $450 in winnings. Not a bad little pot of money for a totally free tournament that all you did was send me an email for. So there we go, folks. Top 20. All right, let me catch up real quick. Abel sent a 17-inch fish. Okay, I will go back and check. I thought I did. I thought I put it in there. She's V. I just seen the email. Did I put it in the wrong spot? You know what I did? I put it in the wrong name. It's right. It's I got the wrong name in there. I got Nicole's name in there. She's setting in 14th place. I'll change that. Russell, good catch. Mo Frazier, you don't see your name and you turned one in. And I'm looking. To see where you're at. And I know you turned one in. Did it not save? Yeah. Mo, resend it to me. I'm just double checking. Mo, make sure resend it to me and I'll make sure it gets on there. Oh, I found it. I found you. Indiana, you're V49. I didn't record it. So resend it. It might have got caught in my spam filter. Resend it, Mo. Hey, Bass Hunter, how are you? Got a few. Hi, Bass Hunter. I'll get that name changed. I did see your. I recorded it in the wrong line. I did. So. Well, depending on where you're at in the United States, DG Outdoors, up north, it is that time of year when they are spawning. So, Bass Hunter, what is your number? What's your number? And I'll let you know right now. I just closed down the spreadsheet because I need to resave it. Or what's your email? Either one. Name, email, or your V number. If you know that, I will tell you. 02. Let's just see. David Mason, I got you. You're setting in 25th right now. You're in 25th. I got the right guy, David Mason, Bass Hunter 79. That's what I got recorded as your name. But if it's not right, I can change it. So again, I got at the clock. I got Mo. You just resent yours. I will look right now. The magic of technology will probably allow that to get updated while we're on this call. Let me hit send and receive. And sometimes, Mo Frazier, there you are. Mo, okay. All right. I typically I'm pretty good at this. So I'm gonna update it. Oh, I thought I did. I already update that one. I got you. I just got on who's sitting in first. Who is setting in first? I'll just share the spreadsheet one more time. Since I got it. Don't want to do that. Let me just get it up there one more time for you. And we just look at it together. Here you go, Bass Hunter. This is where we're at. John Holloman is in first, 21 inches, is leading. That's the current standing. If you guys are curious, last year, I just kept last year's here handy. This is what won last year. To be in the money last year, you had to have a 20.25. Guess who was fifth last year? Nicole. That was last year's. This is this year's. I have a feeling it'll be pretty close to that same thing. So there we have it. John, what's on second? How many people are in the tournament? 222 is what I got currently. Well, it only takes one fish. It only takes one bass. I mean, last night I caught a 23-inch 6-pounder just out of the blue, right? I mean, I out there fishing. It happens, right? So you just got to be out there casting your arm off, as I always say, and get lucky. And it's good fishing for most of the country right now. I mean, even here in Virginia, it's post-spawn, but as I was saying in the beginning of this live stream, I've been crushing it. Crushed it last night, the night before, or Sunday night. Me and Marty caught over 40 bass in a few hours. And an episode you'll be seeing coming out next week, I talk about how many bass per hour is good for catching and give you a good idea of what that is. So, you know, it's good fishing all around. And John down in Florida, John catches a long, small fish. I don't believe you. Nicole Miller, where do you fish at? I have about 7 lakes around my house that's a half hour away. I have Lake Mooney, Label Lake, Smith Lake, that's on a marine base. I have Lunga, which is on a marine base. And then I have Hunting Run and Nye Reservoir, which a guy this weekend, Thomas Aarons from Fishing the DMV, won a tournament off Nye Reservoir, big tournament. They were one of the big kayak tournaments here in Northern Virginia. Caught 92 inches in 5 fish. So I have about 7 lakes that I fish. I'm adding an 8th lake, which is it's really about a 30-minute drive, but I live south of Washington, D.C. about an hour. I live right between Richmond and halfway between Richmond and Washington, D.C. The best lake in Virginia, entire lake, all the bass fishing lakes in Virginia, sets about 30 minutes north of my house towards Washington, D.C., but the traffic sucks. But I'm going to try to start fishing that lake as well. Typically, they hold a Sunday tournament on that lake, and if you don't catch 30 pounds, you're not in first, second, or third. That's how big a fish they catch on that lake, and it's a great fishing lake. So, long is big, long and skinny is what you got. Looks like someone's watched your video, John. So, all right, folks, we will have a live next week, and we will update this. I'll be coming to you live from San Diego, California. I have to go out there to do some for my work, but we'll do a live. I will have some fishing content out as well. So everybody that's in the tournament, good luck. I hope you catch a giant. I really do. And if you're not out there fishing, you're not going to win. So you got to get out there and cast your arm off. So you're cracking. If I catch 30 pounds, it just takes 30 fish to get there. James, go watch Gary's video he put out tonight. He got 3rd place in his tournament on 5 fish, and he only caught, 6.5 pounds. So, yeah, good luck, everyone. Have a nice night. We'll see you next week. I'll be in San Diego, but we'll make sure we get that live out there when we get that tournament update for everybody. Have a good night, everyone. Appreciate you all.